Our citizens know that you're standing guard, killing terrorists, crushing our enemies, and keeping America safe, really safe. But you're also keeping it strong and proud and mighty and free. And I'm here today to just really say happy Thanksgiving, but also thank you very much. Great job. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Well, you can see President Trump showing his gratitude on Thanksgiving Day for men and women in uniform serving in Afghanistan. For more on his record with veterans and the criticisms that he's faced on that front, retired U.S. Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant Jessie Jane Duff joins me now live. She serves on the president's re-election board, Vets for Trump. Jessie, we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you, Hank.
Give me 2 or 3 things that you think, we've heard all these criticisms. There was this Newsweek reporter who actually posted something before the president made it to Afghanistan saying that all he's doing is golfing and tweeting on his trip. Now we know actually he was going out to thank the troops. What do you think are the big things he's done for veterans?
Well, several jump out at me. One, we have record low unemployment among veterans. It's at 3%. Veteran unemployment has dropped 37% under this administration. We also now have the Forever GI Bill, which means that your GI Bill doesn't expire. This impacts veterans like myself who can go on now and pursue a master's degree because your GI Bill expired at 15 years prior to that, the post 9/11 GI Bill. We also have $86.5 billion that went into the VA. $8.6 billion of that went to mental health care and suicide prevention. We now have 172 VA facilities that can allow veterans to walk in for mental health care, and we have a 24-hour hotline with the White House that has answered 250,000 calls from veterans who have been suicidal with pretty much no wait time. They don't have the delays that they were experiencing before.
Veteran suicide, a huge problem in this country. The president has tried to highlight it, as you mentioned. Let me give you a quick question here. Former VA Secretary David Shulkin wrote a book recently. It was somewhat critical of the administration. He wrote an op-ed where he said, quote, "I'm also worried about the future of public service generally, which appears increasingly bleak as important positions remain unfilled. Cabinet secretaries are hired, fired, and publicly humiliated as if our national government were a reality television show." How do you respond?
I think that he wasn't the right man for the job. When you come out and admonish this president after you accepted to work for him, that really doesn't give a good example to what your choices are in your own life. When we look at the VA, for example, over 4,000 employees have been reduced, demoted, or removed from the VA. And this is an organization that has 377,000 employees, over actually. And when you're looking at these employees that were not servicing veterans, and we had heard for years, veteran suicide was going up 16% between 2005 and 2016. And yet there was no resolution within the VA, the wait times, the backlogs. Well, this has been resolved with this president. It sounds like Secretary Shulkin is just mad he can't take the credit for it.
All right, Jessie Jane Duff, a lot on the plate for veterans. Indeed, we appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you, Ed.